Hi guys, welcome back on this channel. Yeah, this is the last year. This is the last day of the year 2024, and yeah, man, thank you very much, man, for clicking on today's video. If this is your first time on, I would like to humbly ask you to please press that subscribe button and join this wonderful family. Okay. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much, man, for clicking on today's video. Okay, and I said let me do this video ephuthumayo. Guys, today let us talk about these things, these 5 things. Today I just want to give you 5 study habits to live in 2024 as a student. Such things, guys, I believe we should not find it in us next year. We should not allow such things to control us when we are studying or as we are fighting or to conquer even better academic performance, just because we want to excel on our academics. Okay, I'm not going to waste any time. Let me just go straight into it. I know that this is the last day of the year and you guys are busy. So let me just go straight to this one. Guys, number one, poor time management. Okay, this is a habit of wasting time, you know, and not completing tasks that you wanted to do or to complete in a day, probably, or in a week, even in a month or whatever. But is basically managing your time. You are managing your time, but you are not doing a justice. You are managing your time poorly. I'm failing to manage your time correctly. And I believe that this habit, guys, does contribute to depression and anxiety that we tend to experience as a student, because we fail probably to manage our time correctly, and when you fail to manage your time correctly, you will end up facing a lot of things, and then you will end up being stressed about a lot of things because you were unable to manage your time. So we have to learn managing our time correctly so that we can run away from all those depressions, all those anxieties, and stresses that we tend to feel. Okay. Um, yeah, that is the first point that I believe that we have to attack it in 2025. Number two, procrastination. So, guys, procrastination is basically not doing the work that you must do, even though you know what you need to do, and you also know that it could backfire. Basically, it could have like negative consequences, if you are not doing what you need to do. That is procrastination. So another one might say poor time management and procrastination is one thing. It's not one thing. They might be related, but it's not one thing. And it is true, guys. Like procrastination is a normal behavior to students or to university students, but it can be bad. It can be a bad behavior. It can be bad, like it can be bad, you know. And if you know procrastination, guys, um, it does contribute towards failure. It does contribute towards a failure. It does contribute even to academic exclusions, because exclusion basically is us failing, and not improving our academic performance. Okay, so it does contribute to academic exclusion because it will lead to you having pressure of lot of works that you now need to fulfill, or that you now need to complete in within a short space period of time. So you will not have time to finish all of those things, and a lot of mistakes are being done at that point. So yeah, we need to force ourselves to not be controlled by this behavior, and we need to face this thing, guys, and say enough is enough, and let us not allow procrastination to control us, and yeah. Number three, guys, and I have to say this one: multitasking. Multitasking. Yo, guys, multitasking. Let us be honest. When you are multitasking, you are less productive. Let us just be honest with that. Okay. When you are multitasking, you are less productive. That is number three. Okay. So I believe, guys, Uguti, multitasking is a result of failing to plan your time. Multitasking is a result of failing to plan your time. So and because you are less productive when you are multitasking, guys, because you cannot tell me that you are studying while you are cooking, while while you are doing another assignment, while you are doing this, you are doing a lot of things at once, like, you know. So that is highly impossible. So I think do one task at a time and complete it, and in that way you will be productive and you will be even able to excel on your academics. Okay, so that is number three. And number four, guys, let us tackle this point. Failing to prepare for our lectures and tutorials. Yeah, I've said it. Failing to prepare for our lectures and tutorials. You know, this is a habit that might contribute towards your poor academic performance and also obviously towards your academic exclusion. Um, okay, normally our lecturers will give us like pre-lecture materials that we need to go through, or that we need to use before we come and attend a lecture. Okay, and by us going through that material, it will help us to be prepared for the lecture, and also it will also help us to even have like the right questions that we might ask, or that we need to ask during a lecture, because you will know that, okay, I don't understand this thing, okay, I understand this thing, but you know, it will help you in that way. So failing to use such or failing to use that pre-lecture material, you will be lost during the lecture. And it will feel like you are wasting your time by attending that lecture. In managerial accounting this year, they were giving us like pre-lecture videos that we need to watch before we come to a lecture. And should you not go through those lecture videos, trust me, you will be lost during a lecture. So I believe this is one thing that we need to take this year. It's not only like pre-lecture videos, even reading your books and all of those things, just so that you can be ready for a lecture. Okay, so yeah, that was number four. Lastly, let me do this one. This is the issue I believe that most of us are having, this issue, the issue of not seeking help early. Okay, so guys, we need to get rid of this behavior, man. We need to get rid of this behavior. Okay, sometimes we tend to keep quiet, while we know that we are underperforming. We keep quiet while we know that we are facing difficulties on our academics. This is not the year to keep quiet. The year 2025, we are not to keep quiet when we know that we are drowning, and this thing of not seeking help, from our peers, from our lecturers, from our tutors, from our mentors, and sometimes from our psychologist, depending on a matter that you might need help on. That thing of not seeking help must come to an end. We need to leave it in 2024, you know. And I'm saying, I'm including psychologists. Why? Because you might probably not failing to manage your time, and it might not be academic issue per se, but things that are happening outside your academics might also affect your academic performance. For example, being in an abusive relationship might affect your academics. Such things might affect your academic performance. um, you know um, even issues that are happening in a family as well might affect your academic performance. So we have to speak, and sometimes we are so scared to speak to our peers or to our friends. So hence I suggest even the psychologist. And to us as university students, psychologists are given freely. Okay, so we need to use those free resources that we are given at school. Okay, and this behavior of not seeking help, guys, is the one that contributed heavily to my academic exclusion in 2022. Academic exclusion with no appeal permitted. Why I'm saying that? It was during the second semester. I did. I was doing like taxation and auditing 3P, and I wanted to do everything by myself, and I did that, and it affected me. Um, when I wrote test one and test two, okay, and after writing test two, it was so bad, man. It was so bad. Um, I had to get 60% in order to make it in taxation. I had to get 60% in the main exam in order to make it. I had to get 58% in auditing um, in the main exam in order to make it, right? And that is when I started going to study with my peers, with my friends. You know, Unfortunately, I was unable to meet what was required. As much as I passed my main exams, I remember. Okay, I've forgotten the auditing mark, but for taxation, because it was so close, I got 56%. Unfortunately, it was too late, you know. So, yeah, man. And even this year, I saw it. In fact, in managerial accounting, as I'm currently studying for my special exam during the holidays. Okay, just imagine during the festive, you are studying, you know. Um, this is the issue that contributed to that. And even in second semester, I saw it. I failed test one, and I was like, "Ooh, no ways! I cannot allow this thing to happen again." So I had to wake up. So I believe test one result this year was more like a wake up call. So I had to wake up, and I had to work very hard, and I passed my managerial accounting 3B, but unfortunately I failed my managerial accounting 3A. Hence, I am currently studying during the holidays, studying for special exam. Just imagine, you know. So yeah, man, that is what I had for you today, guys. Just enjoy, and yeah, be careful though. Okay, whatever that you are doing, please be careful. And yeah, man, let us come back in 2025 ready to fight, ready to conquer everything. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video till this far. Danko.